And now the moment we've all been waiting for, drum roll, please. Let's get raw with the brown leaves. Hey y'all.
Hi, I'm Yolanda.
And I am Kimberly.
And we are the Brown Leaves.
Hey y'all, welcome to our channel.
Let's get raw.
Real and worthy.
With the Brown Leaves.
With the Brown Leaves. Us. Woohoo! Are you excited?
I am excited. This is our absolute first episode.
First.
So, babe, tell them exactly what they can expect from our channel.
Okay, well, we do plan on having conversations about dating, whether you're married, if you just haven't want to play the field, whatever it is, we are going to cover that topic. I promise you, it will be a lot of laughter. It's going to be a lot of tears, maybe. Depends. She better not try and make me cry.
I'm not.
No, but seriously, just you're gonna see us vlogging, you'll see us going on some dates and hanging out with our family and friends, how we do. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun times, a lot of adventure, great advice, at least I think so. What do you think, babe?
I hope so. We're gonna try.
I'm claiming it. The Lord said be specific. I'm being specific. And also we are just planning on really just sitting down and talking. We want to know what y'all want to hear us talk about. We are open. Let me make this clear. We are not licensed therapists, nor do we claim to be.
No.
But what we are real people with real life experience. And you never know, somebody may be in a walk in their life where they can hear something that you went through and how you got through it, and it bring them over. So that's the type of channel we are going to be. We're going to be encouragement if you need it, motivation if you need it. We are definitely going to be offering lots of love. Y'all can't get my baby, but love, hugs.
Yes, lots of love and understanding.
Absolutely.
All right.
So, this brings us back to our first episode. Yes,
so
and today.
I know you probably been thinking about this topic a while.
I have.
So, what'd you come up with?
I think we should do dating versus marriage. What courting looks like in both of those situations. What do you think?
So dating during courting versus during marriage or long-term commitment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's a good topic. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So where do we start?
Okay. The first thing we need to talk about, like, what is your purpose in dating? What is your intent on it? Like, what are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Are you really ready to receive love? You kind of just want to get your feet out there in the water, or you just want to say, you know what, wherever the wind blows, that's where I am. So I think, the first thing when you're dating, you got to know
what's your purpose.
What's your purpose?
Okay. So, so it's important to know your purpose, but I think it's important to verbalize what your purpose is.
Absolutely.
What is it that you are doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you dating with the intention of finding a lifelong partner? Are you dating for fun?
Right.
Are you dating just to pass the time away?
Right.
So I think, one, you figure out why you're dating, and then once you start to date, you talk with the people or persons that you're dating and let them know what your intentions are before you even get started.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I think that once you have decided, the first step is you deciding what type of dating life experience you want.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Second, after that, then, of course, you go out and you kind of meet people here and there, do the little quick meet and greets. And then you maybe find you a couple, 2, 3, whatever. No judgment. And, you start to date them.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be intentional about it if that is your purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think, to the people that's out there dating, you need to understand that everybody's not on your same base in terms of dating. Some people are dating for a purpose. Some people are dating, just like I said, to fill time, and others is, to have a good time. So I think, one, we have to pull back those expectations that whatever my purpose is that the next person. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in the dating pool,
it ain't always like that.
It's not always a clean pool of water, right? So you have to wade through all the debris and all the algae,
yes,
to get to what you're looking for.
I agree. I mean, and that's when you got to use your discernment too, because we all probably got some wild, crazy stories about people we've dated in our past or whatever the case may be. And you've got to pick and choose, be able to actually pick, is this person for me now where I am in this point in my life? Or was this somebody you should have met in your 30s or 20s or whatever? You know, you got to kind of see if their status fit where you are. Because if not, then you just kind of like dating for what?
Right.
It wouldn't have an intention. It'd just be like for fun rather.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on where you are in your life too, in terms of your stages of dating. Like folks that's like for young people in their early 20s, you know, they might still just be dating for fun.
Right, absolutely.
Having a good time, trying to establish themselves, figure out who they are, figure out the type of person they want to be with or the kinds of people they like.
Right.
But as you get older or seasoned, most folks around our age are dating with intention, right?
Absolutely.
We are more at a stage of our life where we want to be more settled, more grounded, and just know what comes next. Whereas when you're young, you don't need as much preparation or just insurance that you're going to have a stable life with this person.
I like that, insurance. You know what? Because I think when you are courting to marry, those are some of the qualities that you look for. Can I depend on this person? You know what I mean?
Right.
Am I going to feel secure, safe
right.
in this situation long term if I'm dating you with the intention of you being my person?
Yeah. But some folks aren't even in that space.
They not.
And
that's
those
a
are
real
the kind
thing.
Of conversations you have to have. So
I'm glad you said that, because I was just thinking about the type of questions, meaningful questions that you should be asking when you're dating. Like, what are your values? What are your beliefs? What's your goals? Like, do you want a family? Do you want kids? Do you want no kids? Because those are real deal breakers for people.
Right. But how do you have those conversations without it sounding like an interview?
But ain't that what dating is? Like, if you really think about dating, I mean, you don't have to necessarily have it in such a, all right, so tell me what are your goals? Right. What are your beliefs? Right. But these are the hard conversations that you should be having if you're dating with intention on this being your forever person. And in whatever way you see forever being, through marriage, long-term commitment, whatever. But these are the questions that's the hard conversations you got to have. Because uneven yoke.
Right. I guess
you married somebody who want kids and you didn't.
Right. So you have to have those conversations. And I guess you're right. So you, in that same spirit, you wouldn't do it all on the first date.
No.
That's why it's called dating, not a date.
It's not it's a marathon, not a sprint. Now some people have sprinted out the door and they still together. Hey, kudos to you.
Right. But, that's true.
You know, these are questions that, and I'm sure they had those hard conversations. Yeah. But this is some of the things you would want to know if you're dating somebody with the intention of marrying them. And you know, another thing, I think this is so important. Communicate what your expectations are. I can't give you nothing if I don't know what you want. That's just how I am. You got to tell me. You got to talk to me. You got to communicate. Communication is huge. Yeah, and if you're looking on social media and all the different outlets, that's what every guru can tell you. Folks, it's all about if they have a misalignment with their communication, the relationship struggles. Yeah. Can't say it's doomed, but it does struggle when there's a misalignment of communication. So that's definitely key. Communication. What else did we say? Intention. Okay, so we got two things so far. We got communicate. So intention when dating, communication is key. Let's pause on communication for a second. Okay. Let's talk about some of the pitfalls of miscommunication. Right. So some of the pitfalls. Just in our work life, I can think about listening to respond instead of listening to understand. And that is something that we always do. We're so worried about making sure the other person hears our point or whatever we're trying to get out to say, that we don't hear them when they're trying to express the same thing, essentially. Mm-hmm. And I think that's when you gotta either be adult enough to say, and I don't mean adult by age, I mean wise enough to say, you know what, let's talk when cooler heads prevail, because we're not hearing each other. Mm-hmm. And that's when the real, communication opens up. Because, okay, you know what, you're right, we just standing here yelling, we ain't got to do nothing.
So being able to identify the right time to communicate, because sometimes in the heat of the moment is not a good time.
Everybody don't work like that. Some people need to really go cool off, color, walk, do something.
Well, what happens when you and your partner have a different communication style?
Oh, that's a good one.
Why do you think I'm grinning so hard?
Because we got different communication styles.
We do have different communication styles.
But we have worked hard to understand each other's way of communication.
True.
And I am quick to say, hey, hold on. And you do the same. But we don't get offended by, I don't want to say checking each other, but we don't get offended by calling each other out like, hey.
Right. I know, like when you said that, it made me feel.
Right.
And sometimes we don't always say it when it's happening because it's not appropriate or the person won't hear you at the time.
Not going to hear you.
So you have to have some emotional intelligence to kind of know when it's time and when it's not time to communicate certain things.
And I agree. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
And I'm going to put a pin in that. That's another thing we're going to talk about later.
What's that?
Not on this episode. Emotional intelligence.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Definitely going to have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you feel like you need discernment when you are courting someone, dating them? Do you need to use your discernment?
Yeah. So to answer that, yes.
Okay.
And if everybody doesn't use the word discernment, so another word for that is like your intuition, mm-hmm. or the little person inside you. Mm-hmm. That's kind of your little voice that tells you.
Your first mind.
Your first mind. So it's different ways. Yeah. So usually that feeling or that thing that you can't really put your finger on that's nagging at you, listen to that. That's your inner voice. That's your discernment.
Explore that.
Explore that. Don't ignore it. Pay attention to if it's saying, maybe I should ask a follow-up question. Or maybe I felt uncomfortable when they said this. Or that's not aligned to my morals and values. Maybe I need to kind of slowly, maybe back up a little mm-hmm. out of this dating situation that I'm in. Or maybe shift gears. Maybe you guys need to become friends just based on, the discernment or the intuition that you have about the situation or the person that you're learning while you're dating.
And I agree.
And that's why we date, so we'll figure those things out, right?
Right. So, essentially, I think we agree. We're both saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. A healthy mindset is saying that I'm getting to know you while I'm learning to care for you. You know what I mean? While you're dating, like mm-hmm. I'm getting to know you while I'm learning how to care for you. That's healthy. But somebody that got you in a toxic situation want to put you on the shelf and take you off when they get ready, or they want to flaunt you in front of their friends but hide you when you come to their family. That's not healthy. Pay attention to them red flags. They will come back to hunt you later. And I'd rather walk away 2-3 months in than 2-3 years in.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay. So we talked about what dating looks like, what courting looks like in dating, right? Mm-hmm. So now let's talk about what does it look like when you're married? What does courting look like? Do you think the courting ends once you get married? Do you think that it's something that you still have to do to keep the marriage in a healthy space?
Yes. Absolutely. I think dating, or how did you frame it?
Courting and marriage.
Courting. Such a proper term.
Such a lady.
Courting in marriage is absolutely essential. I think in marriages sometimes you can just become, inundated with your routine, and you can kind of forget, mundane, right? And maybe just get into that everyday routine of work. If you have children, after school activities, cooking, home, straightening up, all the things that we have to do as adults. And you can miss each other if you don't.
Absolutely.
If you aren't intentional about planning dates.
This is true. And it's funny you say that, because it sounds like you're saying that even though we married and we have responsibilities, be it kids, work, and all of the things, pets, whatever, we still got to prioritize our spouse. Like, we can't forget about them. And just because we say I do, don't make everything great. Like, I purposely feel like in marriage, you still have to court the person just as you did, because that's how you got them.
Right. So you have to maintain. It's interesting, like some of the things from what we were talking about with while you're courting and dating, reigns true for courting and marriage. Like the
communication piece.
The communication piece is there, of course, in marriage. And also, what was our first thing? Purpose,
intent.
So our purpose and intent. Even in marriage, you have to. It should be purposeful and intentional. At this point, you made a decision to be with someone forever. So you know this person. Of course, they grow and change, but that's why you date, because you grow and change.
Yeah, you evolve.
You evolve, so you get a chance to learn new things about each other as you date. You introduce each other to new things that you enjoy to do together. So, oh yeah, definitely date in marriage. And I think, I can't say for everybody's marriage, but for our marriage, every day is kind of like a date, because, of course we have to go to work and we come home and we do the things we have to do. Well, I come home.
I work, y'all.
She works from home. I'm jealous. That's just jealousy, just oozing out of me. But when I get back, from work and you get off of work, we decompress, we talk, and things as simple as watching a movie is a date.
Yeah.
Enjoying a show together is a date.
Sometimes as simple as just talking about our days and being able to decompress feel like a date.
Yeah.
I know for you, because sometimes your jobs can be super stressful, so I already know.
Coming home and being able to just talk to your person, can be a very, very comforting situation, especially when that's part of your decompressing at the end of your day.
I agree. And it feels like that's my safe place and safe space. So I know I can go home and vent and let this out and go on the next day and be okay. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to have somebody that you could do that with. That's in dating and marriage. Just saying.
Yep.
I think, too, we have to remember to date our spouses or each other in marriage, because, like you said, it can become so inundated with your daily activities every day that it's easy to forget about the other person. Yeah. For instance, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I do work. We have 2 doggies. Those are my babies, so I have to take care of them. But I know that when she come home, 2 things. She done dealt with traffic in the morning, and she done dealt with traffic when she come home. Her job is super stressful at times, but it's something, her passion, she loves to do it. But what I can be is a support ear for her when she just need to vent or tell me about something crazy that happened at work. Just because I understand the hustle and bustle of her having to get up every day and actually go out to work versus me just going downstairs to work. I appreciate that, even though she thinks that I do not. Yes, I do.
I know you appreciate it.
But I do know that that's a lot.
Yeah.
I know it is. So when I date you, it's because I appreciate all the life you done had to fight while I got to stay in the house. So let me take my baby out to get something to eat or go to a movie or whatever it is that we're doing in that moment. But you gotta remember to date your spouse, because that's so important.
It's interesting that you say that, because the same way she wants to take me out because of all, to show her appreciation, I want to take her out because she's in the house all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm gone all week, so I'd rather probably stay in more, but she's in the house all week, so I have to keep that in mind and know that she might want to go outside a bit because she's been confined away from folks.
I agree.
All week long. So I think the key to that, and we haven't talked about this at all, is when you're dating, is to compromise. Even in dating, because a relationship is just a big old
one big, life is compromise.
Yeah, so one big series of compromises.
One
right?
after the other.
Everything's not going to go your way. So I think you really find out who the person is, if they're the person that you want to spend some significant time with and or be committed in a long-term relationship. Is this the person I can spend the rest of my life compromising with?
Compromise.
Because essentially that's what you'll be doing.
It's a lot of compromising.
It's compromising.
When like for instance, even if you're dating and you move in with the person, that's a lot of compromise, right? You got a lot. You learn living with somebody new. The way they clean up may not be how you clean up, and how you leave your bathroom may not be how they leave their bathroom. Whatever the case may be, it's compromise. So it's the same in marriage, and you do have to have the maturity level to be able to compromise, because so many times people think compromise is just a word. It's actions, and those words should have the meaning behind them with your actions. So if you're gonna say, if baby says to me, "Hey, maybe you can start filling the car up on Sunday, so I don't gotta stop and get gas Monday morning." If you know. Anyway, but you know what? It's fine. I don't go out the house all week most times, so I could go and fill the gas tank up or whatever. But those are little compromises along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But they work. For instance, I typically let the dogs out during the day, during the week. In the morning, and we split the duties like in the evening and at night. However, on the weekend,
I'm on dog duty every weekend. It's fine.
And I get to sleep. But that's compromise. It's compromise. Because she don't have to worry about letting the dogs out before she go to work and they jump up on her and get her dirty or rip her outfit or something. So it works out. So you do have to be willing to compromise.
Okay. So, just can are we recapping or?
Well, one more thing I want to talk about.
Okay. I thought we were recapping. My bad.
So I just want to talk about some differences. But even though there are differences, they still have similar meanings or familiar meanings. For instance, when you're dating somebody, use your discernment. We just talked about that little feeling, that little intuition. Because it's something that you need to know that they may not be saying with their words, but their actions or something about it is letting you know something ain't right. Let's not overcourt. And if you're wondering, what does that mean? When you're dating somebody, don't overcourt, meaning you don't have to get, this the first date. Now, listen.
I was like, what does that mean? Overcourt.
Overcourt,
yeah. Okay.
Listen, if you can do it, I'm not knocking it. But I'm just saying, let's be more realistic, depending on what it is you're looking for in dating. Again, to each his own. But let's be a little bit more realistic, because are you over courting this person because you don't know if they're that compatible with you, but you really like them? Like, start thinking about some of the actions. Like, why am I doing this?
Okay, so back up and tell us what overcourt is.
Overcourting is when you do grand gestures when you start to date somebody. For instance, like
you know what, I'm glad I asked you to define it, because I was thinking is when you like attach to somebody too quickly.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
It's doing grand gestures like when you first met the person. Like, for instance, if Usher gonna be here, and first of all, I'm a huge Usher fan. That's neither here nor there. And we're going on a first date, and she gets me skybox tickets for the Usher concert. Why? You don't even know if we gonna make it. You done spent $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 on.
That's not a good example.
That is a good example.
Because you would go out with whomever for Usher's skybox.
What I'm saying is, it's still.
I'm like,
if Usher's, it's like a second date, that's still overcourting. If you got money and you can do that, that's cool. And I ain't knocking nobody's hustle.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just trying to give you like an example. Yeah, I'm going. It's Usher.
Exactly.
I ain't even gotta like this person.
What you mean. Like you just meeting the person.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that essentially you're pacing yourself.
Pacing yourself, because you want to make sure that this person likes you for you, not the things that you can provide for them or do for them or places you can take them.
Gotcha.
If you was in a tractor trailer car accident tomorrow, would this person come and pick you up if you didn't have no legs?
Right. Would this be the kind of person you want to be?
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying be careful with overcourting, because you can meet somebody representative.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Okay. Overcourt. I'm gonna add that to my new vocabulary.
Yes. And for marriage, being devoted. Devoted in the sense of the word, meaning dedicated to your family, to your spouse. Just, like you get up and go to work every day, whether you want to or not, you got to be devoted in your marriage like that as well. Like, it's not always gonna be easy. It's gonna have some hard times, and maybe it don't seem like you can get a resolution on a particular compromise. But if you really want it to work, you can make it happen. You just got to stay with it, and both of you guys got to be on the same page. That means having hard conversation. That means I don't like you today, but I love you every day. Just being able to understand that every day may not be peaches and cream, but at the same time, we're married. We're devoted to this. This is what we said we were going to do, and that's what we should be working on doing.
So I got you. To me, it ties all back into being intentional and communicating while you're dating.
Yes.
The devotion will be there.
It will.
Because if you're intentional,
you truly feel like I chose you, I will always choose you, and I'm always going to stand up for you. And whatever I got to do.
We talking about marriage, guys, not the dating.
Not the dating. This is about marriage.
Okay.
And I think you got to make sure you maintain intimacy. Not just giving physical affection because, I'm married and this is what I got to do. And physical affection can be a range of things. So not just talking about sex. I'm just speaking intimacy, period. Like, you still have to want to do it and not feel obligated to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I tell you this, and we're going to get ready to wrap this thing on up, y'all. In courting while you're dating and in courting while you're married, some things going to stay the same. Intentional effort. When you're dating somebody, of course you want them to be intentional about the things that they're doing with you and for you. And vice versa. You should be the same way with them. It's not one-sided. It ain't, the man should do it or the woman should do it or the masculine woman should do it no. Both sides. People often say, relationship is 50-50. No, it's not. 50-50 ain't never been a whole. 100-100 is what it is.
Yeah, it is. 100 every day.
Every day. And some days you got to try to put out 150. Like we stated, clear communication stays the same in courting if you dating and courting if you married. Clear and concise. Just throwing word sandwiches out there, the people still hungry because it's just bread and air. So be concise with your communication. really allow yourself to let your mate or your spouse dive into you so they can really know what you mean when you say things. Not they got to try and guess to see, oh, is this really what she meant, you know?
Yeah.
Or he meant. What else?
I don't know. I thought we was wrapping it up.
We are.
You seem like you want to talk some more.
No.
And see, that will happen.
It will.
We had things we wanted to talk about, and she's trying to go into other spaces. No. Episode 1.
No,
this is it.
I'm still on this subject.
Okay. All right. So we I think we're good. We do want to know what you guys think.
Yes.
Kimberly and I, we pride ourselves on dating each other intentionally with open communication and absolute devotion to each other. So if that's something you do, or what are the things you do in your relationship with your other half,
right,
let us know.
Let us know. We would love to hear it.
We'd love to hear it, and we hope you guys enjoyed our conversation, and we hope you come back and see us again. All right.
Remember, like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what y'all thoughts are. Let us know what y'all want to hear from us or see from us. We got y'all. And just like that, peace.
Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.